welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video that I'm so stoked about, and actually, fun fact, this is the first time this has ever happened, I have a corresponding blog post with this topic. So if you want to check that out, I will link it up here throughout the video sometime. And I always have my blog linked below. If you want, you can follow me. All you do is just look at the right side of my website and it is right there, a little follow button. You click it, you're notified when I post things. It's great. So I have a Project Pan bootcamp for you. Project Pan bootcamp, kind of hard to say. And basically I'm just going to be going through and talking to you guys all about my tips for project panning. What is a project pan? We'll even start there. So, perfect, and if you've already read the blog post, thank you so much for checking out my blog. My blog is something that I'm just really excited about. It's kind of like a diary, kind of like one of my vlogs, kind of like how I am on Snapchat. It's just very open with you guys and very interactive. So yeah, let's see what we got. The first thing I want to talk about is, what is a project pan? I'm going to read the definition I had for a project pan because it's hard to explain and I think I did it pretty well. A project pan is where you focus on a group of makeup, beauty, skincare, etc. items that you want to use up. You track your progress and try to get that product empty so you can successfully move it out of your collection without any guilt. That's at least what I would categorize it as. That's what a project pan is, and I've done quite a few on my channel, and if you want, I can link the playlist throughout this video as well. So the first tip I have is to just start small. Don't have to do a Project 20 pan, like a big project pan roulette. Like, you don't have to do anything crazy like that. Just start small. Maybe do a Project 5 pan. You don't have to go, you know, above and beyond for your very first time. You can just kind of work your way up. As I said in the blog post, project panning is a muscle. You gotta exercise, you gotta go to the gym, you gotta go to Planet Fitness, you gotta go to Workout World, you gotta go all these places. Because if you want to be fit in the project pan world, you gotta exercise that muscle, man. The second tip, if you are not really a big fan of project panning, like, you know you have a lot of makeup, you know you should get rid of it, but you don't want to, I would say to work on the products that are old. The products that are going to expire soon, the products that are kind of drying up or getting a little gross or having a little bit of like a hard pan situation. Use those things first, because otherwise, if you're trying to use up things that you just bought, like, you're not going to really want to use up something you just purchased. So try to use up things that you've had for a while. I mean, you can even declutter those types of things out if you don't want to use them. If you're the type of person that really wants to keep these things, just try that out. I feel like that's a good medium to work with because they're going bad eventually anyway, so why not just use them up and get your money's worth out of that product. So that's what I would do, and that's what I normally do, is when I have a project pan, I use up the old things first, the things that I really don't want to go bad, so I try to use them up before they do. The next tip is kind of similar to the last one, and that is to use up half-empty products. Half-empty foundations, mascaras, primers, anything, honestly. Skincare even too, like, just use up things that are like half done, just because it's open and the air's getting at it, bacteria, germs, like all that type of stuff. So if you work through those products, then you'll get through them. As those products are open and half used, you will see those products kind of expire quickly. So you want to use those up, kind of similar to the last tip, like I said. So use up those products because otherwise they will get old and they possibly might expire or something, kind of like I said with the last one. Tip number 4 is that you can always repurchase this product, unless if it's like limited edition or like $5 million that you got as a gift somehow. Like, for the most part, you can repurchase these things. So don't stress about that. If you're using a Maybelline mascara and you're like, but I don't want to use it up, like, guys, you can just repurchase it, like, that's okay. And I know sometimes it is expensive to buy new things and maybe you don't have the budget for that, but more often than not, you can make ends meet and you can try to find out a way to buy your favorite makeup product again. You can use sales, you can use coupons, you can do a bunch of different things to try to buy that product. So instead of hoarding it and, you know, using something that is expired or doesn't smell right anymore, things like that, if you just repurchase it once it's all used up, that's so okay. And the last tip is, this means that you have room for new makeup. Now, I know that's kind of bad if you're the type of person who just wants to get rid of things and doesn't want to add things, but if you're like me, who likes to buy makeup and stuff, once you use things up, you can have room for other makeup, and it's not like crowded in a little space. So I think that's also a good thing, and you don't have to buy new makeup, obviously, but if you want to, you have the room for it. So once you finish up a product, you don't have to run out and buy it again, but you know, like, hey, if I did want to buy something, I have space for it now. That's always a great thing to know. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. That's a really loud clap, but if you want, check out my Project Pan playlist. Such a hard thing. All the P's, all the alliteration, I can't keep up. So thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe and thumbs up and all that jazz, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!